Hey guys, this is just something I wanted to talk to you about real fast. These are all my D&D miniatures, um, and a few things I just kind of want to discuss about them real quick is one, how you can get this many, and where they came from, um, and also how you can get them for a relatively cheap price, and it also provides a lot of items that you can use to paint. Um, Customize, work on basing, all kinds of stuff like that. So you can kind of get, um, you know, some practice in working on stuff that maybe might not be 40K or might be a little bit outside your spectrum or might be different than what you normally have at home. Um, so all of these came from the board game box sets for the Dungeons and Dragons. So like Legend of the Driss, the one with the big dragon guy, Castle Ravenloft, all kinds of different stuff. But that's where all these came from. And I was very fortunate. The guy gave me a really good deal on all of them. I spent less than $1 a miniature. I think overall there's probably what, let's see, 5, 10, so 20, 20, 20, probably 20. So that's 80. I don't know. There's probably a good 130, probably 120, 130 miniatures here, maybe. I'm not going to give you an exact count, nor did I do enough research for this, but whatever. But anyways, I saw a guy and he was selling for these boxed game sets, and I said, hey, how much can I purchase the miniatures out of those boxes from you for? How much would you charge me? And he said $80, which is basically the cost of two of those box set games, and I got 4 box sets worth of miniatures, and there's even another box set I don't even that I need to look for and see if I can purchase some miniatures for it, maybe, because that would add a whole nother collection to this range. But yeah, I just asked him how much, and he said $80. I said okay, absolutely, because normally the little pre-painted Dungeons and Dragons miniatures that they're putting out, and even they have a new series for Pathfinder as a recent, I think. I don't know, or at least my local store started carrying it, so it's new to me. But yeah, I got all these. I mean, they're really, really pretty good sculpt. I mean, overall, here, let's see if you can. Overall, I mean, the detail is pretty good. I mean, it tells you what every single one is all there on the bottom. I don't know if you can really see it there. Yeah, where you can catch the name. So it tells you what it is. Um, every every kit comes with heroes. So all these right here are different types of heroes. There's a panther, a hunter guy, a paladin, all kinds of crazy stuff. They have some legendary monsters, flying black dragon, the zombie dragon or something like that. I think you got some giants. Um, I don't know, trolls. I even have, and this I was actually kind of surprised it came with this, but a beholder, you know. So you'd be surprised kind of what comes in it. Um, but they had a lot of really good sculpts, and I'm really excited to have all these because I can really sit down and take some time to paint them all. Now, granted, how long is that going to take me with having all my 40K stuff and this stuff? Probably a long time. But, 5+ years down the road, once I'm done with all my Warhammer stuff and everything, um, I'll really be able to start working on these guys. And hopefully, my kids will be old enough that they'll want to play Dungeons and Dragons with me or something like that, or I can take these to a local store and, we can play that way or whatever. So, anyways, with my experience at least, that's how I got these for relatively cheap. And I'm actually really happy with them and the way they came and stuff. So, they look really good. They're good sculpts. They're high quality. They're all one solid piece. It's all one cast. I believe they're plastic, or I'm pretty sure they're plastic just by the way they feel, but they're one piece cast plastics. So they're not going to fall and break apart or anything like that. So yeah, they're really great for what you get. So just get on eBay, look around for the box sets, and you can pick them. You could probably pick up the miniatures for like $20 for like 25, 30 miniatures, which is extremely cheap comparable to the ones that Wizards of the Coast is putting out right now. Because I think those for a box of 2 characters, I think it was $8 or $10. I think compared to this, where I was getting them almost. I got all these, like I said, for less than $1 a piece. So that's one way you can really boost up your miniatures collection, and then maybe add on to it with the specific things that you want through the Pathfinder ones. The Pathfinder ones do come pre-painted. I know most D&D hobbyists are more interested, obviously, in the game rather than painting miniatures. But I mean, for those of you who are out here that enjoy that type of thing, it's available. It's here, and it's relatively cheap. And those games are getting rather kind of old-ish. Some of them are almost between like 5 and 8 years old, I think, maybe. I know they're getting up close to at least 5 years old. So, I mean, some of them are people just don't want them anymore. They don't play them, or maybe you can pick up at a discount shop or whatever. But anyways, that's how you can find these relatively cheap. Get a large collection of miniatures for, D&D. What is that game? Frostgrave, or whatever you play. So if you're interested, that's how you can get a large collection like this. So, anyways, guys, have a good day. See you later.